Unleash your holistic healing potential. Discover more with Best Holistic Life app.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to my monthly boost. I want to talk today about mastering your gifts and the art of stepping into your genius zone. Let's just talk a few seconds about why you're doing what you're doing. I know that I was inspired by several people and I literally wanted to be like them, but I wasn't them. But every time I showed up trying to do something similar to the way they talked, like slowing it down, being real calm, taking those dramatic pauses, that's not me. Those of you who know me, I talk fast. I say things over and over and over again. I'm very redundant, but you pick it up because I talk fast. I get very excited. I'm not the calming presence, but one of my favorite people in the whole world was Gabby Bernstein. And when I would try to show up like her, it was very unauthentic and it caused like people to build non-trust. They couldn't connect with me because it wasn't really me. So let's just talk about how we're building trust and rapport using our zone of genius on building on social media. So this is for all of you building an online business. When you're building an online business, it's a struggle. It is not easy. You are in a sea of millions from all over the world. It isn't even just your local area. And when you're building this, it can seem really hard. It can seem a little disappointing sometimes because you're putting your all in there. But here are some keys that are going to help you build a fabulous business by stepping into your personal zone of genius. One is using social media to build trust and rapport. I will tell you, building trust and rapport on the internet is one of the hardest things in the world. It's really hard for people to trust you and start building that bond with you. The best way to do it is always show up as yourself. When you show up, be yourself. If you're having a messy day, have a messy day and just own it. This is a horrible day. I had all this planned for you, but life got in the way. So instead, I just want you to know I'm showing up. I'm showing up messy and I'm going to be here for you because the one thing I do is show up. And so just talk about that and be yourself. If you're having a fabulous day, great. Definitely be your authentic self. If you're a fast talker, talk fast. If you're a slow, patient, calming, relaxed talker, do that. If you have your hands all over the place, be who you are. That is the beauty of your uniqueness. And you will attract the people looking for that, not the people who are looking for Gabby Bernstein, right? Because what would I do with them? That isn't me. The next big key is to be authentically you. Again, we're going to talk about even if that looks messy. It's really important to understand that if your clients think that you're in the happy space and your life is always, roses and heartbeats and all this magical music and birds are flying around you, that's not really sustainable to them. It's not really going to build trust. But if once in a blue moon, you say, yeah, I literally had an extra long session with my coach today. Yeah, I have a coach, but I sometimes break. I sometimes have to be reminded. Sometimes an old thought pattern pops up and I need some help adjusting that thought pattern. And so today was one of those days for me. So thank you guys for your support and understanding. What can I do to serve you guys today? So it's really important to show up beautifully as your authentic self. But here's what I want to talk about the most in this boost today. Be sure when you're out there working for a goal that you also recognize when you achieve it. There are so many people that I have the pleasure and honor of working with that set really incredible goals for themselves. And they set, maybe sales goals, maybe service goals, maybe personal goals. And they're right there at their doorstep and they don't open the door to receive it. Like for some reason, they still don't feel worthy of it. I put in the hard work. I keep going around. But once I have an opportunity to work with them, they're like, wait, what? That's been sitting there all this time. And so I want you guys to understand the importance of receiving what you're working for. Always be looking for it. I've been doing this for a little over a decade now, just working as a mindset coach, the editor of Best Holistic Life magazine, podcaster. And I will tell you, most of the magical things that happened were already sitting on my desk on a Post-it note. And I had been so busy or caught up in some other thought pattern that I didn't recognize it. Then during a powerful session or something, I would come back, sit, and there it would be on a Post-it note. Like, wait, what? When did that go there? And I realized that I was not open to receiving it at the time. So I want you guys to open the doors of receiving. Recognize when it starts coming into you. Don't fight it. Understand you are absolutely deserving of it and start letting it come to you. Those doors work both ways. So some people think it's too easy. I don't deserve this yet. I haven't suffered enough. I haven't worked hard enough. I haven't put it out there yet. This can't be happening to me yet. I'm not ready for it. But you are. If it wouldn't be coming to you if you weren't. So just open the doors for it, right? And let's just say maybe you're not ready for it. Well, girl, get ready because it's coming. So I want you guys to open the doors, your heart, your mind, visually to receiving what you're working so hard for. I want you to pay attention to those little keys the universe is saying you're on the right track. And here's a way of me showing you that. This is a great thing for you. Here's an opportunity. And this is my way of showing you that you're on the right track. I pay attention to those visual cues, those heartbeat cues that I feel in my gut when I do something, or I choose not to do something. I pay attention now because the universe does really have your back. It's a little Gabby Bernstein tip, but it really does have your back, and it's always looking out for you, and it's always sending you those cues. You have to be paying attention. Don't swipe them under the carpet or think, this isn't for me yet. I want you to understand the power of recognizing and receiving and celebrating yourself when you do receive. Like, start celebrating. This is a beautiful moment for me to celebrate because I hit this goal, and I hit it way faster than I thought. But most people don't hit their goals faster than they think because you gave your head a deadline. In 6 months, I want to be making this. In 6 months, I want to be serving this many clients. What is your brain doing? Well, we got 6 months. So I'll pull in a couple, maybe I'll hit that number sort of, but I really have 6 months. Here's another powerful thought I want you to get rid of when it comes to receiving. I have so many clients that come to me. And when I ask them like their financial goals, what is your financial goal for this program you're putting out there? And they tell me, if I could just make enough to pay for it, if I could just make enough to buy new equipment, if I could just make enough to start a podcast. I keep hearing, and so does your brain, if I could just make enough. And your brain goes into just enough mentality because that's what you just told yourself you deserve. That's what you told your brain is your goal. And it literally will be stuck in the just enough mentality forever. So don't give your head deadlines. I know it's super important for people to say we have to set a date because otherwise it's just out there in the universe. Kind of true. So maybe it could be by the end of next year. But I'd like to complete it next week, right? If the universe will allow me to do that. But it's really important to not give your brain deadlines. It'll slow it down. It'll say, this isn't supposed to be happening yet. I have time. So we've got time for that. And then next thing you know, you're at 6 months, right? And your time is out. So what I want you to do is no deadlines. I want you to, when you're attracting this sort of thing coming into you, I want you to understand that not only is there no deadlines, but I want you to have no limitations on that growth. So I can only accept 20 clients. That's it. You probably will only get 20 clients and realize, well, maybe I could have accepted more. And or I'm filling this webinar and it's free, but if I could just get 5 people in here. Nope. I have this webinar, it's free, it's fabulous, and it's unlimited. I have unlimited seating so that your brain says, keep inviting. We have unlimited seating. Not, oh, I filled the 5 spaces, I'm going to quit. So I want you to understand that when you're stepping into your zone of genius, you're bringing your beautiful, unique talents to building on this incredible webs or internet and serving people around the globe. Here's why I started doing that. So I was an interior designer. All of you know that I was like one of the top 2 interior designers here in Los Angeles over a decade ago. And I got sick. And then when I stepped into this space, creating on this space, I was scared. I I wanted to get healthy. And I went to my computer and I typed in the word desperate for health answers, looking for holistic options. And the whole world, literally the whole world opened up to me. People from India and Russia and Switzerland, they were all chiming in with opportunities for me to learn, grow, and get healthy. And I was blown away. But remember, with that came not so great information. People who decided, I'm going to just make some money because this is right now a money-making machine, holistic health and wellness. So I'm going to be a naturopathic person, and I'm going to build this naturopathic business, and they've never even dabbled in it, right? But they're doing it and they're harming people. So the whole platform that I have built was to keep that from happening as much as possible, the shining a light on beautiful people like yourself. They're stepping into your zone of genius, that you understand how to serve your clients. And once you do that, more people like me are going to recognize that and want to help you on your journey. So this is a really short lesson today because you know what your zone of genius is. And if you don't, get with a coach, talk with someone. Here's how I find my client's zone of genius. I just listen. And it comes up over and over and over and over. But they've said it so many times that their brain doesn't even recognize it. And 9 times out of 10, I'm writing while I'm talking to them. And then when they have a moment and take a pause, I say, well, I have an idea. What about this? And I'll pull up the notepad and show them what I've been writing down. And they're like, oh my God, that's exactly what I want to do. I know, because you've said it about 15 times in this conversation. It's there. You're just not receiving it yet. But when somebody else shows you that mirror, you see it and you start to receive it. So just start thinking about what that wants. Get with a coach, work with somebody who'll help you really embrace what your zone of genius is. Like, I honestly thought I was a singer. I'm going to be Beyonce, right? I'm going to be Jennifer Hudson. Like, I just knew that I was this incredible singer. I can't carry a tune. It was not my talent. And so getting out there and trying, I probably could have made it happen with the right coaching. I mean, maybe not Beyonce, but I could have sang. But here's the thing, that wasn't my purpose on life. There are other beautiful singers that literally effortlessly go out there and make that happen. And it would be really forced for me to do it. Your zone of genius isn't necessarily of something you've got to keep forcing in to play. So think about what comes easy, what comes natural, what do you enjoy and love? Not all of us can be a Beyonce, but we can be our Beyoncés in our zone of genius because that is your space. So enjoy your zone of genius. Let me know how I can help serve you in that space and have fun with it. Talk to you guys all next month. And thank you again for popping in for our monthly coaching boost. Bye, guys.